What's up, Taiwan? I'm Reece Ayers with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Civil defense experts from Ukraine were in Taiwan sharing their insights on how to best prepare for a potential conflict. Jaime Ocon went to hear their ideas.
Here at this forum in Taipei, civil defense leaders from Ukraine are teaching people here about the lessons they've learned in fighting against Russia's invasion of their country. It's organized by the Kuma Academy, one of Taiwan's largest civil defense groups, and it's part of an effort to educate as many people as possible on what to do in a war. People here say the most important lesson has been fighting disinformation.
For the civil defense, we usually focus on first aid or evacuation. Well, in this new kind, the new form of hybrid warfare, it's quite crucial that we need to focus on first the information space, the cybersecurity part, and also disinformation. But we also need to focus more on the legal space, how all these countries, especially the authoritarian state, how they push for their legal framework.
Along with fighting disinformation, there are also calls for Taiwanese civilians to learn more about first aid and using small arms, skills that will help them form militias that can work with the military. The experts here say that it's not about sending people into battle, but more about preparation. They want to make sure that Taiwan is ready and equipped for any contingency. Ukrainian analysts who are just on the front lines say that any help goes a long way.
It's really important in case of bombing, what you will do if someone will be injured. So no panic, just when you know how to use tourniquets and everything. This is even morale. It's important when you know what are your steps. Instead of fear, you have to be prepared.
Organizers say that more cooperation between Ukraine and Taiwan is planned in areas like military technology and tactics. But the speakers at the summit say that they hope to spark an initiative and motivate civilians here in Taiwan. They say that preparation is the best way to deter a conflict. Andy Xue and Jaime Ocon in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
An award-winning indigenous musical group from Taiwan's East Coast joined a Japanese orchestra for a one-time-only performance in a culture festival in Kyoto, bringing a special part of Taiwan's culture to Japan. Our reporter Tiffany Wong has the story.
In unique and perfect harmony, the Poyuma family band from Taiwan is singing their traditional indigenous songs, accompanied by the brass and strings of Japan-style Kyoto Orchestra. Hundreds came to see them perform together at this festival in Japan, celebrating Taiwanese culture.
当然，我们要带出台湾最有特色的这个歌谣来跟他们交流哈，所以其实我也费尽心思。
The Poyuma are one among 16 recognized indigenous peoples in Taiwan, accounting for 2% of the country's population. They have their own language and musical traditions, distinct from those of Taiwan's majority Han Chinese population. Their unique sound posed a challenge when working with a modern Japanese orchestra.
我们有时候一句话可能他会唱个6拍、5拍，然后这个跟西洋音乐可能会有一些的落差，所以我们就尽量就是用身体的律动来跟他们搭配。
Besides body language, the groups found they were able to communicate in Japanese as well, a remnant of Japan's colonization of Taiwan.
我们就是爸爸妈妈那一代那个时代，几乎就是都是会讲日文，所以对日文对我们来讲还蛮耳熟的。
Just before going on stage, the group gathered to offer rice wine to their ancestors and welcome them on stage, a Poyuma tradition during important family events. and the stirring performance that followed moved some in the audience to tears.
那说真的，今天原住民的歌谣能够由交响乐来伴奏，我会觉得是好像把自己的部落跟文化和跟歌谣都会提升一点。
And as they played their final song, the Puyuma group invited the Japanese conductor to sing along in their indigenous language, the sounds of the orchestra swelling behind them, a celebration of their shared history and cultural ties. Kamashri and Tiffany Wong in Kyoto, Japan for TaiwanPlus.
A rap-battling street violinist in Brazil is smashing boundaries by infusing different genres to create a fresh new sound. Wesley Lewis has the story.
This 23-year-old violinist is shaking up São Paulo's hip-hop scene. Almost every night on the outskirts of the city, local musicians meet for ciphers, gatherings of up-and-coming rappers where they exchange rapid-fire wordplay. Maria Luisa has begun to make a name for herself with her out-of-the-box music talent. She says she never imagined finding an outlet to play the violin in her low-income neighborhood, known in Brazil as a favela.
Foi no rap que eu encontrei espaço para de fato existir. Por muito tempo, eu tive a minha mente alienada. Me convenceram que o sucesso era o oposto da quebrada. E que eu ia ter que sair do meu bairro para tocar num bairro mais elitizado. E que era impossível ter espaço com esse instrumento fazendo música para favelado.
Now she's found a space where she can experiment, mixing genres like hip-hop, classical, pop, and Brazilian funk. Other musicians in the local hip-hop scene have welcomed her fresh sound.
Tenho certeza que a mina veio da periferia, certo? Ela é a voz de muitas pessoas que não têm voz. E o melhor de tudo, parça, ela é talentosa, representa muita minoria, certo? Ela é zica, mano.
During her years of orchestra training, Maria Luisa felt that what she was learning did not apply to her lived experience. Now, she is hoping to use her skills to contribute to the musical cultures of Brazil's marginalized communities.
Eu não preciso ser uma violinista brasileira de uma periferia no Brasil e tocar no modo europeu. Eu não preciso. Aonde está escrito isso? Tipo, aonde? Eu posso muito bem tocar o violino porque eu estudei para isso. Tipo assim, eu estudei tantas horas quanto outro violinista de orquestra. Eu estudei para isso, então eu posso usar isso para a minha cultura, para os problemas que eu lido, tipo, para o cenário que eu convivo, sabe?
For Maria Luisa, using her orchestra training to make music for her community has given her a sense of belonging. Her first performances were on her hour-long subway rides to and from work, playing covers of popular pop and hip-hop songs for fellow commuters.
Quando a porta não está aberta, nós vai derrubar. Por muito tempo na quebrada a gente teve que usar da rima, do grafite, da pichação, tudo como forma de expressão e eu amo isso porque eu vivo isso. Mas eu acredito que vale trabalhar para expandir as opções. Opção de sonho, opção de identidade, opção de carreira, opção para buscar felicidade.
Maria Luisa says she's part of a long tradition of disadvantaged people creating their own opportunities to express themselves through art. Now a part of the city's rap scene, she is reimagining what can be done with orchestra training. Instead of dreaming for a seat at the table somewhere outside of her neighborhood, Maria Luisa is hoping to create her own. Scott Huang and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, check out China's first Great Wall Marathon, with more than 800 runners participating. In the event, I'm Reece. Take care and see you next time.